No era que era aquí encima.
No se vale. Cierra los ojos.
WWE wrestlers are known for their larger-than-life personas and explosive energy, both inside and outside the ring. But sometimes that intensity spills over into unexpected places, like TV studios. Over the years, there have been a few jaw-dropping moments when these wrestling superstars took things a bit too far with TV hosts, leaving audiences shocked and the hosts scrambling to keep their cool. Whether it was a calculated move to boost ratings or an unplanned burst of aggression, these incidents became unforgettable TV moments that blurred the line between entertainment and reality. Like other celebrities, wrestlers are no strangers to sitting down for interviews on talk shows and news programs. These appearances are a chance for them to promote upcoming events, share personal stories, or give fans a glimpse into their lives outside the ring. However, unlike most celebrities, wrestlers bring with them a unique physicality that often leads to unexpected requests from hosts. It's not uncommon for them to be asked to demonstrate a signature move or showcase their strength, blurring the line between the scripted world of wrestling and the reality of live television. What starts as a routine interview can quickly escalate into a physical encounter, reminding everyone that while wrestling is a performance, it's also a business where the action is very real.
Del lado que quiera. Adrián, mi corazón está bueno.
Insúltame. ¡Órale, Adrián! ¡Órale!
Eso. Bien, bien, bien.
¡Le va a doler!
Está bien, está bien.
Nos queda ir al aire antes de que acabe el programa. 2 minutos, vete para acá.
In 2018, a memorable and somewhat painful incident unfolded on the Spanish-speaking show En Serio. WWE superstar Cara, who was recovering from surgery at the time, made an appearance on the show. The atmosphere was lighthearted, but things quickly took a more intense turn when one of the hosts, Adrian Marcelo, suggested a friendly exchange of wrestling chops. Marcelo, perhaps underestimating the force behind Sin Cara's moves, delivered the first chop. To his surprise, it barely seemed to affect the masked wrestler. Sin Cara, known for his high-flying moves and resilience in the ring, responded with a chop of his own. This time, there was no mistaking the impact. Marcelo visibly felt the force as the playful exchange turned into a stark reminder of the physical power that WWE wrestlers possess, even outside the ring.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Estoy débil, mira. ¿Listo?
Un minuto de aire.
No, ya. De aquí. De aquí.
No, por eso, ya.
Adrián,
ya. Ahí va.
Mira. Aquí, no hagas eso.
De este lado.
Es que me agarro mejor de este lado. No le pasa nada, no le va a pegar.
Órale, ya, nos queda 1 minuto.
Listo, no te voltees así porque te lastimo. No, dale.
Adrian Marcelo, determined to keep the show's lighthearted vibe intact, decided to make a bold move after feeling the sting of Sin Cara's powerful chop. With a grin on his face, he dramatically unbuttoned his shirt, revealing to the cameras and the live audience a large, bright red mark where the wrestler's hand had landed. The crowd erupted in a mix of gasps and laughter, fully appreciating the impact of what had just happened. The stark contrast between Marcelo's initial bravado and the visible aftermath on his chest became a highlight of the segment.
No, ya, de aquí.
No, por eso, ya. Ahí va.
Despite the surprising intensity of the exchange, Marcelo took it all in good spirits, showing that he could handle the unexpected, even if it left a mark. Sin Cara, too, played along, clearly amused by the situation. The camaraderie between the host and the wrestler shone through as the tension melted away, proving that the incident was all in good fun. In the end, any hint of discomfort was overshadowed by the sense of shared experience. The entire cast and crew, along with Sin Cara, gathered for a celebratory group selfie, beaming with smiles. The photo captured not just a moment of humor, but also a memorable instance of how the world of wrestling can unexpectedly collide with everyday life, leaving behind stories and marks that won't soon be forgotten. Funny enough, Adrian Marcelo seems to have developed a bit of a reputation for being the go-to target when wrestlers appear on En Serio. Over the years, it's almost become become a tradition, a sort of initiation, if you will, where each wrestler who graces the show feels compelled to deliver a stinging chop across Marcelo's chest. This pattern began subtly, with one or two wrestlers playfully demonstrating their moves, but it quickly escalated into a recurring segment that fans have come to expect and enjoy. Marcelo, ever the good sport, has embraced his unofficial role as the chop magnet. Despite knowing full well the pain that's about to come his way, he continues to invite wrestlers to give it their best shot, much to the amusement of the audience. Each chop leaves its mark, both literally and figuratively, as Marcelo's chest turns various shades of red with each new encounter. But it's all in good fun, and Marcelo's reactions, ranging from exaggerated yelps of pain to hearty laughs, have become part of the show's charm. The running gag has grown into a fan-favorite moment, with viewers eagerly waiting to see which wrestler will leave their mark on Marcelo next. The fact that almost every wrestler who appears on the show ends up participating in this ritual speaks to Marcelo's dedication to creating memorable TV moments, even if it means taking a hit, literally. This ongoing series of chops has turned into a unique and somewhat bizarre tradition, solidifying Marcelo's place in wrestling folklore as the TV host who, time and time again, takes one for the team.
Now, the first thing you need to know about amateur wrestling, or professional wrestling or submission holds, you just tell me, brother, when you want him to quit squealing, okay?
All right.
It's called a front chin lock. How about it, T?
Keep him like that for a little while. Because he's all right. He's just sleeping. He's sleeping. Really, I was a sleeper hole. He'll be all right.
To drum up excitement for the very first WrestleMania in 1985, Hulk Hogan and his tag team partner, Mr. T, made an appearance on the popular talk show Hot Properties. The host, Richard Belzer, eager to capture the attention of his audience, decided to up the ante by asking Hulk Hogan to demonstrate some wrestling moves live on air. What seemed like a playful request quickly turned into a moment of real-life drama. Taking the request in stride, Hogan agreed and decided to show off a front chin lock, a move that looks simple but can be surprisingly effective. Belzer, likely expecting a light demonstration, didn't anticipate what was coming next. Hogan, known for his immense strength and showmanship, applied the hold with a bit too much pressure. Within moments, the cheerful TV host lost consciousness, his body going limp as the oxygen was cut off to his brain. As soon as Hogan released the hold, Belzer collapsed to the floor, unconscious, much to the horror of the live studio audience. The cameras captured the shocking moment, and for a few tense seconds, the show was thrown into chaos. Hogan, clearly not intending to cause real harm, quickly tried to revive Belzer, while Mr. T looked on, concerned. Fortunately, Belzer eventually regained consciousness, but the incident left a lasting impression. This unexpected mishap became one of the most talked about moments leading up to WrestleMania, blending the line between scripted entertainment and real-life consequences. Belzer later recovered and even found humor in the situation, but the incident served as a stark reminder that when it comes to wrestling, even a demonstration can carry real risks, especially when dealing with a powerhouse like Hulk Hogan. The incident not only helped promote WrestleMania, but also highlighted the very real physicality behind the spectacle of professional wrestling.
He's waking up now. That was a serious move. A lot of people.
See, it works. All right, brother.
And now, we'll be right back after this word from you-know-who.
As if the incident couldn't get any more dramatic, Richard Belzer's ordeal took a serious turn when his head struck the ground with a sickening thud as he collapsed. The impact was severe enough to cause a laceration, and blood began to pool on the studio floor, adding a grim reality to what was supposed to be a lighthearted TV segment. The situation quickly escalated from shocking to dire, and it was clear that Belzer needed immediate medical attention. The severity of the injury meant that Belzer had to be rushed to the hospital, leaving the show in an unexpected lurch. Hogan and Mr. T, visibly shaken but determined to keep the show going, ended up finishing the segment on their own. The incident, which had started as a promotional stunt, ended in chaos and concern, leaving everyone involved with more than they bargained for. The aftermath of the incident didn't end with Belzer's trip to the hospital. In 1990, 5 years after the incident, Belzer took legal action against Hulk Hogan, filing a lawsuit that would ultimately be settled out of court. The settlement, whose details were kept under wraps, was a clear indicator of the seriousness of the incident. While the exact amount remains undisclosed, it was reportedly substantial enough to compensate for the physical and emotional toll the event had taken on Belzer. This incident became one of the most infamous moments in the early days of WrestleMania promotion, serving as a cautionary tale about the very real dangers of professional wrestling, even outside the ring. For Belzer, it was a painful reminder that wrestling moves, even when demonstrated, carry serious risks, while for Hogan, it underscored the importance of careful control when showcasing his skills to an untrained audience. Years after his memorable run in WWE, Nick Dinsmore, better known by his ring name Eugene, found himself in an unexpected yet entertaining situation during a television appearance in North Dakota. Invited to discuss the intricacies of wrestling training, Dinsmore was more than happy to share his knowledge with the viewers. But the segment quickly took an unexpected turn when the news anchor, eager to add a playful twist to the show, decided to don a chicken mask for the occasion. Dinsmore, always up for a bit of fun, decided to take the demonstration a step further. What started as a simple discussion about wrestling techniques escalated into a live on-air demonstration. With the anchor fully committed to the bit, Dinsmore seized the moment and took the masked man to the floor, showing the audience just how quickly things can get physical in the world of wrestling. But he didn't stop there. Dinsmore locked the anchor in a headlock, showcasing a move that, despite the playful context, was still very much rooted in the real, technical aspects of wrestling. As the segment was nearing its end, and just before the show cut to a commercial break, Dinsmore decided to leave the audience with a memorable send-off. In true Eugene fashion, he surprised the unsuspecting TV host with an additional move or quip, ensuring that the moment would be talked about long after the cameras stopped rolling. The combination of the absurdity of the chicken mask, the genuine wrestling moves, and Dinsmore's lighthearted approach made the segment an unforgettable piece of television that perfectly captured the unpredictable nature of live TV and the larger-than-life world of professional wrestling.
Don't be the smartest person in the room, or you're in the wrong room.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, all right. Well, you heard that. Well, that hurt. So we are going to be back in just a few minutes.
What you gonna do, brother?
Much like Adrian Marcello's recurring encounters with wrestlers, this North Dakota news anchor has had his share of unforgettable moments involving former WWE stars. It turns out that being on the receiving end of wrestling moves is something of a tradition for him. Over the years, he's found himself in increasingly bizarre and often painful situations thanks to the enthusiastic antics of wrestling legends. This pattern of encounters began as a playful gimmick, but soon evolved into a peculiar rite of passage for wrestlers, making appearances on local North Dakota TV. The anchor, known for his good-natured willingness to participate in outlandish stunts, has become something of a favorite target for these wrestling superstars. Whether it's taking a light-hearted body slam or being subjected to a wrestling hold, the anchor's willingness to engage in these antics has become a beloved part of his on-air persona. Each time a former WWE wrestler steps into the studio, there's an unspoken expectation that the anchor will be drawn into the action. This running gag not only adds a unique flavor to the local news, but also creates memorable moments for viewers who tune in to see just what kind of wrestling-related shenanigans will unfold next. The recurring theme of wrestlers targeting the news anchor highlights the unexpected and often chaotic nature of live television, where even a seemingly routine interview can turn into a high-energy spectacle.
Listen up, Alliance! I would want to be in your shoes! When it comes to Survivor Series, you better be ready, because these guys are not very happy with me or with the world, because they've been doing push-ups, they've been running, they've been going on the obstacle course. And what are you gonna do to the bushwhackers? I tell you what, Sergeant Slaughter, it's just like the mercenaries are, showing no mercy towards their bushwhackers, Santana and whoever else we got. Santana and
Pat Tanisha, celebrated for his tenure as one half of the Orient Express in WWE, brought his charisma and expertise to a North Dakota news show in a segment designed to introduce viewers to the nuances of professional wrestling. True to form, Tanaka was eager to share some of the moves that made him a standout performer in the ring. As part of his demonstration, Tanaka decided to showcase the sleeper hold, a maneuver well known for its dramatic effect. The sleeper hold involves wrapping an arm around the opponent's neck to apply pressure, gradually causing them to fall into a state of relaxation or unconsciousness. It's a move that looks impressive on television, but requires careful handling to ensure safety. Learning from past incidents like the one involving Richard Belzer, the show's producers took precautionary steps to ensure the segment went smoothly. They had the anchor sat on a sturdy chair, which was a deliberate choice to prevent any potential injury from a sudden collapse or unanticipated reaction. The chair provided a stable base, reducing the risk of the anchor hitting the floor and avoiding the dangerous outcome that had marred the earlier segment with Belzer. Tanaka, aware of the need for careful execution, applied the sleeper hold with a controlled intensity, ensuring that the anchor was comfortable and safe throughout the demonstration. The anchor, who was well prepared for the segment, played along with enthusiasm, adding to the segment's overall charm. The interaction was marked by Tanaka's professional demeanor and the anchor's willingness to engage in the wrestling showcase without risking injury. The segment concluded successfully, with both Tanaka and the anchor maintaining their composure and humor. The demonstration highlighted the excitement of professional wrestling while also showcasing how to integrate these elements into live television safely. The careful planning and execution not only provided an entertaining segment for viewers, but also served as a reminder of how live shows can incorporate elements of the wrestling world while respecting the safety of everyone involved.
And fake violence in the wrestling ring led to this real-life brutality.
This is fake. You think fake? What's that? Is that fake? Huh? What the hell's wrong with you? That's open hand slap, huh? You think it's fake? You come like that? Easy. Huh? What do you mean? Hey,
in 1984, the investigative journalism show 2020 set its sights on the world of professional wrestling, aiming to uncover the realities behind the spectacle. As part of the segment, veteran reporter John Stossel conducted an interview with David Schultz, a notorious and hard-hitting wrestler on the WWE roster at the time. Stossel, known for his no-nonsense approach, broached a sensitive topic that had long been a point of contention for those in the wrestling industry: the authenticity of the sport. During the interview, Stossel casually remarked that he thought wrestling was fake, a statement that struck a nerve with Schultz. However, Schultz misinterpreted the comment, thinking that Stossel had said, "I think you're fake." This perceived insult set off a chain of events that quickly spiraled out of control. In a flash, Schultz decided to defend his honor and the legitimacy of wrestling with a physical response that stunned everyone present. Without warning, Schultz delivered 2 thunderous slaps to Stossel's face, the force of which sent the reporter reeling. The impact was severe, leaving Stossel dazed and visibly shaken. The incident, which was caught on camera, left Stossel with lasting injuries and sparked a media firestorm. The altercation became one of the most infamous moments in wrestling history, highlighting the thin line between performance and reality. Schultz's actions were seen by some as an extreme reaction to a common criticism of the sport, while others viewed it as a brutal reminder of the very real consequences that can arise when the world of professional wrestling collides with mainstream media. The incident not only injured Stossel physically, but also ignited a broader discussion about the nature of wrestling and the lengths to which wrestlers would go to protect their craft from public skepticism.
Used to be tag team partner of Eddie Mansfield, a wrestler who's just told us how every match is fake. I asked Schultz questions that I assume all wrestlers have been asked dozens of times.
What?
Is this a good business?
Yeah, it's a good business. I wouldn't be in it if it wasn't.
Why is it a good business?
Because only the tough survive. That's the reason you ain't in it. And this punk holding the camera reading he ain't in it. Reading these rednecks out here ain't in it because it's a tough business.
That's terrific.
What, is that all you got?
I'll ask you the standard question. You know?
Standard question.
I fake.
You fake? What's that? Is that fake? Huh? What the hell's wrong with you? That's open hand slap, huh? You think it's fake? You come like that?
According to David Schultz, the infamous incident with reporter John Stossel was not merely a spur-of-the-moment reaction, but rather a calculated directive from the highest levels of WWE management. Schultz revealed that Vince McMahon, the driving force behind WWE, had personally instructed him to confront Stossel aggressively. McMahon perceived Stossel's remarks, suggesting that wrestling was fake, as a direct affront to the integrity and legitimacy of professional wrestling. Determined to defend the sport's reputation, McMahon ordered Schultz to blast Stossel, ensuring that the reporter would understand the seriousness with which WWE took such criticisms. This directive led to Schultz delivering 2 powerful slaps to Stossel's face, an act that not only injured the reporter, but also sent a strong message to the media and the public about WWE's stance on the authenticity of its performances. The altercation was widely publicized, casting a spotlight on the intense measures WWE was willing to employ to protect its image. At the time, WWE maintained that its matches were legitimate athletic competitions, and any suggestion otherwise was met with fierce resistance. Ironically, just 4 years after this aggressive defense of wrestling's authenticity, Vince McMahon made a groundbreaking public admission that fundamentally changed the landscape of professional wrestling. In a strategic move to expand WWE's appeal and embrace its entertainment roots, McMahon openly acknowledged that wrestling was predetermined. This revelation marked a significant pivot from WWE's previous stance, highlighting the scripted nature of its matches and storylines. By embracing the theatrical elements of wrestling, McMahon was able to enhance the storytelling aspect, making WWE events more engaging and accessible to a broader audience. This admission not only transformed WWE's branding, but also paved the way for the modern era of professional wrestling, where the blend of athleticism and narrative storytelling became the cornerstone of its success. The shift from defending the legitimacy of wrestling to openly celebrating its scripted nature demonstrated McMahon's visionary approach to evolving the business. It allowed WWE to thrive as a premier entertainment entity, attracting fans who appreciated both the physical prowess of the wrestlers and the compelling storylines that unfolded in the ring. The contrast between the aggressive protection of wrestling's authenticity in 1984 and the candid embrace of its scripted reality in 1988 underscores the dynamic and adaptive strategies employed by Vince McMahon. It highlights how WWE navigated public perception and media scrutiny, ultimately shaping the future of professional wrestling into a globally recognized entertainment powerhouse.
One of your signature finishing moves.
Can I give you one?
Yeah, can you, like, not me.
I'll just be over here.
But can you show us one of your moves?
No, I think it
like
actually just showed on the screen there. If I do that, it's not going to be a good day for
maybe someone
anybody.
like our floor manager, maybe he seems
well,
available.
actually, our floor manager's leaving this week.
Yeah.
And he's sort of, I don't know if...
That's not for me. You want to go ahead and take this one?
Look. WWE superstar Grayson Waller squared up to a member of the production crew on Australia's breakfast show, Sunrise, as he and fellow wrestler LA Knight were promoting the company's upcoming premium live event in Perth, Australia, Elimination Chamber, set to take place next month.
The disrespect that you have even talking to me. No, you want to talk to me like this ain't real? Don't act all tough, lad. Don't act all tough.
I gotta get in the middle of this. You kick back. You kick back. Get him out of there. You get out of there. You get out. I'm so sorry. No, don't do that.
You guys come here trying to disrespect us. Are you kidding me?
When presenters Matt Doran and Natalie Barr asked the wrestlers to show off their finishing moves, which were just being shown on the television monitors, Knight himself responded by saying, "What you just showed on the screen there, if I do that, it's not going to be a good day for anybody. That's not for me." The presenters then joked that their floor manager could take the moves as he was leaving this week, so he might as well go out with a bang. The crew member then walked into shot and was shadowboxing in front of the wrestlers. Waller, who is from Australia, said, "I don't think you understand. If I come over there, we are going to have the police here because I'm not going to give you some fake punch. I am going to punch you straight in the jaw. The disrespect you have even talking to me. No, you want to talk to me like this and say this ain't real? Don't act all tough, lad. Don't act all tough. We don't mess around with that." Doran then pushed the floor manager away from the shot and said, "You get out of there. You get out of there." Waller, however, continued to shout at the presenter. "You too, Matt. You two come here and try to disrespect us. You're all right, Nat. No, we love you." Throughout the years, WWE wrestlers have left an indelible mark on live television, often blurring the lines between entertainment and reality. These moments, where larger-than-life athletes collide with unsuspecting TV hosts, have become part of wrestling lore, showcasing the unpredictable and sometimes dangerous nature of the sport. Whether it's a misunderstood comment leading to a physical altercation or a playful demonstration that goes too far, these incidents highlight the raw power and intensity that wrestlers bring with them, even outside the ring. If you enjoyed this video, click on the ones showing on your screen now to watch similar content.